Hi everybody, it's the Intuitive Healer, and today I'll be doing a reading for the sign of Aries. So let's go ahead and tune your energy, Aries. All right. For those of you stopping by for the very first time, welcome to the channel. And for those of you already part of the Intuitive Healer Tarot family, well, welcome back, my lovelies. I know it's been a while since I've been on here doing videos, but I've been doing lots of sound healing and lots of workshops and other things. So I just want to mention to you guys right away that I will be doing more giveaways here in the future, but I wanted to start off by saying that I'm going to have a blog on Facebook, you guys, and this is going to be about relationships and tips on how to self-care yourself and things of that sort. So if you guys tune into that, and I also have another page where I'm talking about different types of situations, and so that will be musings of butterfly. So check that out on Facebook as well. All right, you guys. So first offhand, I think that I'm going to go into a little prayer here to start off. I just want to mention to you guys, before you leave, if you haven't already, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when my new videos do come up. All right, Aries, so let's get some divine guidance here. All right, first we'll open up the energy of the Ascended Masters, the angels, the guides, those who have crossed over, and we ask for their guidance today in giving the highest and best messages for all intended. I thank the angels for coming in and intervening in this reading and giving us guidance on the next steps to take from here on out. We thank them for their guidance and their help along the path. So blessed be, it is done, it is done, it is done. Woo, I got all these cards popping out at once. I think I'm going to read them all. You know, I haven't been reading for a while, and I think we got some good messages that need to be received today. All right, so the first card that comes up here is intuition. And so intuition is just this simple, complex, you know, energy that supports our, you know, mental thought. And a lot of times we have a lot of angelic energy that comes in and it guides us. You know, it's almost like that gut feeling that you get in knowing but not knowing. Now this card says, words of pain are words that heal. You come to know truth by the way that it feels. And so that's us having that inner guidance, you know, that's directing us in the right path. Now we also, with that inner guidance, once we trust, once we surrender, once we let go, we start to gain this inner power. And so this inner power is basically this trust of something powerful outside of ourselves that's helping us along. And so this card says inner power. By your own command, you brought yourself here at this moment in life. You have nothing to fear. And that's why I say once you get into a state of trust, you know, you are being guided by that intuition. And, you know, I say with my experience, go with the flow. Don't try to go against the grain, you guys. That's when things get choppy. That's when things get hard. And so our next card up is the Sacred Lotus. And it says, compassion in action. The chosen tool, I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. So having the knowledge, having the opening to listen, to hear the messages, to hear the inner guidance that's helping you. And, you know, you're part of that because you have this thing called free will. And I think that when we acknowledge that we have, you know, a bit of a sway board there in, you know, shifting the story a little bit in a different direction. And, you know, it's really all about our feelings. It's that tuning in. That's what the feelings are. So this says change beckons. The path is shifting. The road leads a new way. Do not be alarmed as change beckons today. So really, really beautiful that there's this transition for you, Aries. And I think that, you know, you've got some major alignment here with your intuition. You know, you're seeking out things in your life right now that are giving you, you know, ideas about how maybe you've been living your life lately, or maybe ideals around love. And so that's why there has to be this change, because I think at some point it got a little tricky and you were like, I need some guidance here. I don't know what direction to go. I have all these things happening to me. Maybe you're downloading and you're channeling things and you don't know what that is because no one taught you. We have our next card here, Walkabout. It says, you discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people. The earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. See, even though that seems like really low, dark, I think what it's trying to talk about here is, you know, that you're okay, you know, that the things that have been challenging you lately, you know, this change is going to bring about better things. It's going to bring about maybe a new idea or a new way of life so that you can see things more clearly, so you can understand what your purpose, what your mission is here, right? Aries, we have our silent skill here. I challenge you to unpack your mind in meditation. Grace, the word, can unwind. Not sure what that means. Oh, I'm sorry. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. There's a little typo there. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. So that's some really good divine guidance there. You know, I think that it's just really good for you at this time to just kind of lean into the flow of things, just kind of go with what's happening. You know, we do have our spiritual abundance card here, and we have an angel bringing in some angelic love, some financial abundance, maybe some spiritual abundance in the way of, wow, I kind of woke up from this dream, or I kind of woke up to what was actually truly happening to me instead of, you know, thinking something was wrong, right, Aries? Aries, it's really common for us when we get on a spiritual path to be in the place of doubt, you know, not understanding, and maybe thinking, yeah, you know, people are thinking I'm crazy, or maybe they think that I'm off my rocker. But some type of awakenings actually happened here. Woo, look at this. Because we got some awareness. Yeah, we got some awareness coming in here and saying, hey, I understand that the things that I did in the past were lessons. They help me gain some insight into my life so that I could see things better. Maybe it was all about behaviors, Aries, or maybe you were watching somebody else's behavior and we had to instigate some morality here. Maybe there was an open relationship. Maybe there was a situation where you guys were cheating on each other. I don't know. But Aries, the morality sticker comes up and is like, we need to evaluate our behavior. Yep. There's that shell shocker. Maybe there was some chaos that came in with that experience. You were like, oh my gosh, we both were behaving badly. We both were doing this to each other. And now we have to come to middle ground and we got to say, hey, we can't act like that anymore. That's not in our highest and best. It's our awakening. Moving into a place of spiritual abundance, and integrity rules here, folks. It does. So that's why the thunderbolt comes in and shocks the story, you know, shocks everybody involved, and really creates a little bit of understanding as to what has evolved. Maybe the next steps to take. Going with the flow. Just saying, that's where you're at. That's why I was saying your intuition is coming in. You had that intuition card. Your intuition is coming in here. Look at this. And now you're in a place of love. You're in a place of bliss. Maybe the judgments, maybe the criticisms that were before, maybe you're like, no, I don't have to be like that. Or maybe you don't have to share space with somebody that's like that. I don't know what the case is here, Aries. I'm feeling strongly that maybe there was two people that weren't looking at their behavior and they were just hurting each other with the traumas from the past. Yeah. Sad, but you know, we have to listen to our inner guidance. We have to listen to that inner voice or that feeling in our gut when something happens and we're like, oh, that hurt. Maybe it wasn't the person that hurt you. Maybe it was a past experience that hurt. You got to go in there and make friends with that story. It's got the lesson in it. It's got that energy that helps you grow. Even though it feels a little damaged, makes you crazy. You don't know where to go. Sometimes at the very beginning of spiritual awakening, we do think we're crazy. That's why this mind burning up here, maybe too much overthinking, that there's definitely something going on mentally here. So you're awakening to some type of truth about yourself, maybe about others. Something's going on, Aries. Something's going on. Ooh, look at this. Somebody's maturing. That's what's going on. Somebody said, geez, I've been acting immature this whole time. Maybe bringing in some chaos into certain situations. Who knows? Time for resurrection, right? Because now you're in a place of maturity and you can get forgiveness in this space. You can ask for forgiveness. That person's open to it, or you can forgive yourself. You know, it's really about your forgiveness anyways. You have to ask that inner guidance, that creator, that divine within you to help you solve all of that. Because that power is there. You know, the tools are within you. The spiritual sense, is of everything. It's time to go on an adventure now that we have awakened to that truth. It's time to have fun, Aries. Time to do something different, right? I think I'm going to pull some more cards here. I don't know. You know, the spiritual path, I always tell people in my readings, I'm like, yeah, it's hard. But you know what? Look what it creates. Harmony. That's what it creates. You know, there's lessons that we have to learn daily. It's, you know, it's a challenge because look what we're doing all the time. We're clinging to the past. We're holding on to the trauma. And we're bringing it into all experiences with us. We got to let go of that stuff because we can't get here if we're doing that. Just saying, you guys. Just saying. There's this rebirthing that starts to happen within us, and we start to realize that we came here for something. We came here for somebody. And that was ourselves. To figure out our divineness within ourselves. Take a risk on changing your life. We have the Fool card here. Taking a challenge. Have something better. Gaining awareness in that. Maybe there was some excessiveness in the past. Maybe you were a little bit, you know, up into the socialistic behavior, maybe over excessive shopping, or maybe you were gambling, or who knows, or maybe you were in a situation with somebody that was doing that, or being with somebody that maybe was really tight with their money. I don't know what the case is here, Aries, but it's time to change. The rebirthing time with our Patience card. If you see, she's pregnant. And the cycles of the moon are above her head. It's time for new stuff to come. And I think you're ready, Aries. I think you're ready. Let's get some gateway cards here. And then I'm going to pull a couple cards from a new deck that I just got that I really love. Whispers of Love, I believe is what that's called, this new deck. But right now we're going to pull some gateway because I think that we need to kind of dive into what's this new life that's going to be starting here. What are we doing? What's happening? Aries, I know change is hard, but sometimes when we've been sitting in the same kind of behaviors or being in the same upsetting behaviors with a partner, got to find our way out of that, find alignment, because it's not in alignment. It's definitely not in alignment. Well, I would say that it's best for us to be in a place where we feel always comfortable, but at least comfortable in our own skin. Aries, this is the time now for you to rediscover yourself in the way that you need to. See what happens by shifting our mind, shifting our thoughts, creating a different kind of life that feels better. You know, this life is not supposed to be miserable, you guys. This life is supposed to be happy, full of play. We have launching your journey. So again, here we are in a place where life is starting over. We've let some things go, Aries, and now it's time to launch this new life. The card says, I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. Maybe this is some of you guys leaving a situation, going on your own path, walking out the door and saying, hey, this is not in alignment with me. I gotta go. I gotta go follow my dreams. Or maybe following a spiritual path. Some of you guys going to India or something. That's what I kind of felt like. So, also being in a place where you can communicate freely. It says, I communicate from the depths of my being. You know, Aries, speaking your truth is going to be your best bet always. It really is. But you have to find that space where you're ready to go, I need to speak my truth. Look at this, and standing firm in that truth. I am noble, brave, and strong. Aries. I don't want to hold anything back anymore. It's like holding in the trauma, right? Ooh, look at this. Another validation for intuition, listening with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. I would say so. Aries, don't want to be unhappy. I want to be in a place of sadness. It's time for you to excel and move on to a new life full of happiness and joy and harmony. Yeah, it's major harmony. Ooh, look at here. Here's where it starts. Cherishing self. Says, I accept and I love myself. See what I mean, Aries? It's time for you to be happy. Stop thinking that you don't deserve it, but you do. I'm going to tell you right now. You're in a state of grace. You are emerging into this place. Positivity. That's what this is. The card says, I open my soul to grace. Yeah, I think you know, even in this picture, it's like this person has suffered some major hardships. You've been suffering some major hardships, Aries. It's time for you to be in a place of grace. Love yourself, do some self-care, take care of you. Ask yourself, what are my dreams? And then embracing that future. Yep. Says, I step into the future with an open heart. Of course you do, Aries. Why wouldn't you? No use in holding on to stuff that's not serving you. It's like dragging around a bag of trash, right? Don't need it. Just throw the trash out. Put it on the curb. Let go of it. Step into stillness. Ask yourself, why haven't I done this before? How come I haven't been listening to myself? I've just been wallowing in sadness. This is asking you to go within and ask those beautiful questions to yourself. Empowering yourself to know that you are valuable, that you deserve to have a better life. Says, my power is born in the majesty of silence. So yeah, like I said, just going within, meditating. Ooh, look at this, savoring the pleasure of that experience as well. But also feeling this energy that no matter what, you're worthy of stuff, you're valuable, you deserve to have happiness too. You deserve to have pleasure, desire. You need the things that are good for you. I fully embrace bliss in my life. Here's one of the other cards that popped out. Accepting what is. Yeah. You know, I think in this situation I was just talking about, I think possibly there could have been an experience there that was, you know, really asking for you to really take a look at your surroundings, take a look at the things that had been conspiring around you, and just kind of find your way out of that. Ooh, look at this, listening to messages from Spirit. It says, I am a clear channel for messages from Spirit. Look at this, and empowering yourself to be a better version of yourself. Instead of sitting in that victimization, you've got to let go of that stuff. You learn those lessons, yeah, they were hard. You've got to accept what happened. Everything that has happened in your life has caused you to understand and become aware. It's time to heal the past traumas. Let go of that stuff. Ugh, doesn't serve you. Says, I step into my future with strength and clarity. You sure do, Aries. Just saying. I'm like, why stay in the soft ground when you can sit on the hard ground, right? Something more solid. It's hard for us to break away from those things that we thought were serving us. Sometimes the very thing we love the most, it becomes the detriment of us. So we got to let go. We got to trust our intuition. Here, another intuition card. It's like, hey, maybe these are validations to let you know that maybe you need to be paying attention to your gut feeling, your intuition here, Aries. Maybe that's what you didn't do in the past, and maybe that's why you felt like it took you so long to awaken to all the stuff. Says, my life is truly guided. You know, for those of you guys that are cross watchers, who's ever tuning in, you know, some of these messages are going to be for you and some aren't. I just want you to take the messages and, you know, whatever you're hearing is actually meant for you. So, this is you starting over, starting fresh and new, clearing the slate, clearing the pain, understanding the truth. Says, a wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Woo, there you go again. I don't know why they keep throwing all these cards in here. They're all like double validating. It says, make a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. There you go, making a difference in other people's lives, right? It's good. It's really good, Aries. Just saying. Oh, you guys. It's hard for us fire signs. It's really, really hard. We get to a place where we're like, some of these things still hurt. And you know, the fire signs are really, you know, not that we're like crybabies or anything, but we definitely get up in our feelings because we got the fire burning, right, Aries? The fire is burning all the time. It's heating up the passion within us. All right, we got 2 cards here. These are amazing cards, by the way. All right, so our first one here is have patience. So a beautiful, beautiful card here. And you know, this one is always about having patience for yourself, maybe as you awaken, you know, being in a better headspace of truth. It's like, I'm just going to be who I need to be. And, you know, it's really none of your business what other people think of you. So just be who you're going to be. And don't worry about that stuff. You know, this card talks about love being patient and kind. And so I think everything's going to kind of go in your favor here. But you got to get real with stuff. And sometimes it's that hard, ugly, you know, self-talk that's like criminalizing us. And we got to get real about that and say, hey, we got to shift that. Shift it into a different space and get the heart of the matter. Get to the point. It says there is more going on than meets the eye. Yeah, there you go. Like I said, getting down deep into what you need to think about. It's okay, you know, I've been telling a lot of people, I teach these ascension classes. And these ascension classes are all about you getting deep within yourself and, you know, taking that time to dive into places that are going to challenge you. They're going to make you think that, oh, I'm losing my mind because I'm having a trigger and I'm having to deal with this emotion and this stuff that came up from the past. Here's where it resides, in love. This is everything you live, breathe, and sleep is love. Aries, that's why. It says a union of the hearts, a love connection defies explanation. And I think for those of you that are in a current partnership, man, it's going good. Woo! It's hot and heavy, going good. For those of you that aren't in a connection, that have just pulled away, it's time for you guys to self-heal, because this is what's coming in the future. It's making that energy expand within us through that healing so that we can attract that person that we're supposed to be with, that beloved. So, Aries, it's okay, take the time for healing. Sometimes we need to, right? I'm going to pull some more cards here. Yeah, I think, you know, we're too quick to like take care of ourselves when we have a cold, but when we have a broken heart, it seems like it takes longer and we're just in disarray after, you know, what shall I do to cure this? What am I going to do to make myself better? Look at this. Look to your inner strength. Yeah. And that's why I was saying earlier, is listening to your intuition. We've had too many cards here that have come in and validated the situation, Aries. You got to see it for what it truly is, right? Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. I would say so, Aries. You guys are the fighters. Like, so passionate. Want everybody to have love and fun times. But sometimes you guys don't realize that you guys need to have that too. Not just trying to usher it in for everyone else. It says you turn your heart light on. Yeah, turn your heart light on. It says reflect on time when you experienced love. So I think a lot of you Aries are thinking about love at this time. I think you are in a place where you're like, whoo, what's going on? How come they're ghosting me? Isn't that the truth? Aries, don't be all caught up in your feelings with that. You guys are in healing mode. Don't be overthinking, wondering what that other person's doing all the time. Do your own thing. Pay attention to yourself. Do some self-healing. Do some self-care. Just saying. Let me pull some cards here from our Zen Tarot. Yeah, it's bittersweet sometimes, Aries, when we're just like so infatuated or just enthralled with somebody. We meet somebody and they're beautiful. Their soul is beautiful, but then you see them having bad behaviors, or you realize that you're creating bad behaviors with yourself by being in that toxicity. I just felt like I needed to pull these tarot again here. Second round with this one. There you go. Look at that. I knew it was all around love. It's all around love. Aries, it's you're having a hard time with this one. You're hiding in silence. Woo! Not a good thing to do. Overthinking, too much overthinking about the situation. You got to let it go. Like it said before, take a risk. Live in the present moment. Don't be living in the past. That's where all the pain is. And aren't you exhausted right now? You've been overthinking way too much. You got to let this stuff go, Aries. I'm just saying. I'm going to see what type of influence we have here. What sign is really influencing? For those of you, Aries, or like I said, in a partnership or thinking about a partnership with somebody, who is this with? Let me see. Ooh. All right, we had a stack fly out here. So some of you guys might be dealing with the Cancer. Yeah, you know, maybe having too many feelings. Maybe you and this Cancer were really getting hot and heavy with some stuff. Just saying. Aries, some hot and heavy stuff going on. Woof. Wowee. Some of you guys would be in a situation with a fire sign. Maybe that's what all of this heat and passion stuff I keep feeling. Or there might be some of you guys dealing with a Pisces. Maybe a little bit too much emotion around the situation. Let me pull some more cards here. Yeah, ooh, Pisces that's a tough one. They're lovers too. So many zodiac signs that are like lovey-lovey. And to be loved by these people, woof, feels good. Could be an earth sign. But I think this person coming in might be an earth sign too. So whatever the case may be there, know that you are in a place where you are feeling grounded. Some of you guys might be dealing with some Libras. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe some Geminis. Just saying. There's an influence here, Aries. All right, you guys, if you want to go into a little bit more personal reading here, go ahead and look in the description box below on how to book a reading with me. Also know that I'm here for you guys. Aries, this is a tough time for you. And I want you to recognize some beautiful things in yourself so that you don't have to, you know, really sit with other people's behavior. Because I think part of this is you've been taking that stuff on and you got to let it go. I love you so much, Aries, and I really appreciate your time today. And if you guys haven't already, please make sure you share and subscribe to the channel. And I also will be doing some giveaways here pretty soon again, so stay tuned. Also, make sure you check my playlist. I might be putting some sound healings on there to help you guys, you know, resolve some trauma from the past and clear out your energy so that you can live your divine life, live your true life path so you can manifest those desires. I love you, Aries. Have a fantastic day. Namaste.